You have a cartridge? I got it. Second Peter.
Read 2 Peter, you break it down. Break it down.
2 Peter 3:18.
Oh, the other one, no. Oh.
No, bring it up.
3:10. 2 Peter 13. 2 Peter 3:13.
No. The other one.
Nevertheless, we, according to his promise, look for new heavens and a new earth, wherein dwelleth righteousness.
Yeah, man, we're looking for a new heaven, a new earth with this righteousness. This one is polluted. You know, earlier in French, what we're into, Esau doesn't establish the judgments of the Father, man. You know, he establishes his own laws, which is wicked. All right? You have a judge, you know, if you give him a certain amount of money, you can get started off free, man. That's the type of society that we live in. That's why you need a new earth and a new heaven. And that word new is kainos, which means renewed. All right? Be a refreshed earth, a great reset, man. You know, it's funny how Esau wants a great reset, but at the end of the day, you know, Yahweh says going to come and make that great reset, man. See?
Wherefore, beloved, seeing that ye look for such thing, be diligent, that ye may be found of him in peace, without spot and blameless.
Yeah, I mean, we have to be diligent in this work. You know, always occupying in prophecy. You know, reading the scriptures, man. All right? That's how we're going to save our souls. You see?
To what about?
Exodus 23:8. And thou shalt take no gift, for the gift blinded the wise and perverted the word of the righteous.
Yeah, man. We're in the society that these judges, they accept gifts, man. But you're not supposed to do that, man.
Right.
You know? When you do that, you're not doing righteous judgment. You're not biased then.
Right.
You see? Now you're favorite to that guy because he gave you more money.
That's right.
All right?
That's what this world's all about. That's what this, under Esau and Edom, that's what this world, everyone knows this world's about bribery, right? The politicians, they have something called, what do you call those things again? Where the lobbyists, all right, which give them money, you know, and they push policies based upon that money that they're getting. So this place is not about judgment or justice or righteousness. It's about wickedness, ultimately. It's about wickedness and pushing the agenda of the wicked elites.
Even though the evidence is overwhelming, you know, that the guy's innocent, you know,
Yeah.
the judge is still going to say, no, man, he's not innocent.
Right.
You know, they base a jury that they selected. You see? Even though you're on the outside watching, so, the guy's clearly innocent, man. This is not justice.
Right.
And then the guy's in prison serving at a 40-year sentence, even though he was innocent.
Right.
You know? The guy that's guilty might come out and say, I was the person, you know? But regardless, if you get the good amount of money, they're not gonna, take the guy's word.
It's not even about the money. So the way the system is set up, right? It's that like if you like even if they find out later that you have particular evidence, they gotta go through a particular process. And if they can't go through that process, they'll act like it's not there. So even if you're on death row, they'll do that. All right. So showing you that these devils don't care about justice, and their whole system is based upon wickedness, man.
I mean, they found the woman that killed, that was behind the death of Emmett Till. She came out and said that he wasn't the one. And guess what? They still acquitted her, man. She's still alive to this day, but they didn't send her to death.
They didn't even bring her to court. They didn't do nothing. They didn't bring her to court. They didn't bring the dudes who did it to court. And all them lynchings that happened, there's a lot of them people that's still alive, right? All right? A lot of them people still alive walking around, these Edomites. A lot of it is their grandparents. All right? You see what I'm saying to you? And they haven't got the justice for that yet. All right? But guess what? The Lord is going to give them, we're going to give us that justice, man. The Lord is going to give us that righteous judgment, man. Because this devil, you got Jake, our people marching, looking for the righteous judgment. How can Satan give you righteous judgment, man? This man he is the physical counterpart of Satan on the earth, man. All right? What you got, brother? Nothing yet?
This is the book of Job 15:34. For the congregation of hypocrites shall be desolate.
And they're complete hypocrites. And everything about their society and the way they operate is hypocrisy, man. All right? Esau be crying about the Little Mermaid. Oh, she was black. You crying? It's a fucking fictional character, man. And fuck, who to ask for her to be black any goddamn way? You should keep her white. Who gives a shit? Keep her like an Edomite. Who gives a shit? These Edomites crying out like that. What if we would have made That's a fictional character. But these devils done overpainted all the images of you blacks, you so-called black people, man. They made them white. All right? That's all the ancient paintings of the knights, okay? Right? King David, the men of the Lord himself. All right? They done made them Edomites. All right? But they're crying about Little Mermaid. You see the hypocrisy there? And that's what this devil's whole society is built on, hypocrisy. And all these butthurt, little butthurt, effeminate Edomites. Little Mermaid should be. Shut the fuck up. And it's grown people too. It's grown ass people. Who gives a shit, man? Go ahead, man.
Son, and fire shall consume the tabernacles of bribery.
Right. All right. Let's get some hypocrites. What you got some hypocrites.
It's the book of Job, chapter 20, and verse 5.
Yep.
That the triumphing of the wicked is short,
Yep.
and the joy of the hypocrite but for a moment.
Right. The joy of these hypocrites are about to come to an end, man. The Lord is about to visit these Edomites and make sure that their hypocrisy is brought down with them. All right. Go ahead.
Though his excellency mount up to the heavens, and his head reach unto the clouds,
Yeah.
yet shall he perish forever, like his own dung. They which have seen him shall say, where is he?
That's it. They which see him shall say, where is he, man? And there's not going to be any hypocrisy in our kingdom. Right. In our kingdom, what we're telling you to do is something that we do. All right? What we tell you to do is that's righteous judgment all around the board, man. Okay? You see that? Go
This is
ahead.
Leviticus chapter 19 and verse 15. Ye shall do no unrighteousness in judgment.
That's right.
Thou shalt not respect the person of the poor, nor honor the person of the mighty.
That's it.
But
Because you might have someone that comes in and they get a way lesser. They don't even go to jail because they might be a celebrity or they might be an Edomite politician. They don't even go to jail. But then a poor person might do it, and because they can't afford a lawyer, all right? Nah. You gotta go through the system. They get 10 years. This is how this devil operates with his system. All right, go ahead.
But in righteousness
Yep.
shalt thou judge thy neighbor.
Right, in righteousness. See, they don't judge in righteousness. All right, go ahead. Sit on that. Go ahead, bro.
Proverbs 17 and 23. A wicked man taketh a gift out of the bosom
Right.
to pervert the ways of judgment.
Right, and you got these different people. They'll pay certain people off, right, to pervert their judgment, and those wicked people will accept it because the scripture says what? That a gift destroyeth the heart. Yo, buddy, back up. Go ahead, man. Go ahead, bro. Go ahead.
That's it.
Sit on that. Yeah, bring it up.
This is Psalms 73 and verse 3. For I was envious of the foolish when I saw the prosperity of the wicked. For there are no bands in their death, but their strength is firm. They are not in trouble as other men.
Right, these Edomites are not in trouble like other men. All right, these Edomites, but especially these elites. Okay? But even if a so-called black man does a particular crime, an Edomite could do the same crime, which that happens all the time, and they'll get a way lesser sentence. All right, might get probation. And there's certain time where Edomite men actually rape certain women in the whatever, and they didn't even give him time. Right. Said no, he's not fit for jail. So that's showing you that that they're not in trouble like other men. All right, but if a Jake were to do that, they would throw him underneath the jail. You see what I'm saying? So this is why the devil has to be taken out, man. What you got, bro?
Pertaining to the Epstein Island, or what they did to R. Kelly.
Right.
Two different standards.
Right. All of a sudden, Epstein Island, he's dead, right? He just committed somehow. They always commit suicide. Well, I shouldn't say that. They always take themselves out, right, in the jail. Somehow they get to do that, right? See, and the Weinstein, he's still walking around. Okay, see that? They don't get persecuted, and they do that on a high level constantly. They got all kind of babies they kidnap and do all kind of rituals for and whatnot, right? And obviously they don't speak about it, but this is what they do, okay? Go ahead.
Psalm 73 verse 5. They are not in trouble as other men, neither are they plagued like other men.
Right.
Therefore pride compasseth them about as a chain. Violence covereth them as a garment. Their eyes stand out with fatness. They have more that the heart could wish.
Well, that's it, all right? Because that's why their pride is growing in them, because they haven't been judged for what they've done yet. But they don't understand the Lord is getting ready to judge them as a people. Not just one Edomite. Oh, there's Esau and the bad Edomites. All Edomites are bad, man. Every last one of them. And all of them are going to get judged as a nation, as a race of people. Get me Malachi 1 and 4 in the blue letter, but go read it in the NLT. All right? Go ahead.
This is Isaiah 14 and 21. Prepare slaughter for his children for the iniquity of their fathers, that they do not rise, nor possess the land, nor fill the face of the world with cities.
Right, so the wickedness, children are going to get judged for the wickedness of their fathers, man. All right, that's why they don't like to hear about the wickedness of their fathers, because they get cut. That's why you got a term called white guilt and all this nonsense. You don't have to feel guilty. All right, you are guilty. All right, and you're going to get judged for it anyway. So just go and live your life, man. Just go and live your life how you want to live it. All right, got another one? All right, go ahead, Kyle.
Malachi 1 and verse 4 in the NLT, and it reads, Esau's descendants and Edom may say.
No, go on. We're going to go all the way to
1 cut. Malachi 1 and verse 1 in the NLT. This is the message that the Lord gave to Israel through the prophet Malachi.
Yeah.
I have always loved you, said the Lord, and you resort, really, how have you loved us? And the Lord replied,
why? Because Jake is in the lowest state. They've always, since King Solomon went down, Jake has been going into captivity after captivity after captivity. All right? Pretty much like after Rehoboam. All right? It's been captivity after captivity. So he's like, how have you loved us when you've been going into slavery under these different nations for so much time? All right? Go ahead.
And the Lord replies, this is how I showed my love for you. I have loved your ancestor Jacob, but I rejected his brother Esau.
Right, so the reason we're going to get the kingdom and we're going to be over these other nations is because of the promise he gave to our forefathers. All right? His promises cannot be disannulled. There was other covenants that was made. Some covenants was made to the whole planet Earth, like the rainbow. That was made to the whole planet Earth to say he's not going to flood it with water again. All right? But the certain covenants, like the kingdom of heaven, right, eternal life, that was given to us, man. The eternal rulership, that was given to us. That wasn't given to these other nations, man. All right? Go ahead.
But I rejected his brother Esau,
right,
and devastated his hill country. I turned Esau's inheritance into a desert for jackals.
Oh, right. That's speaking about the land of Edom. Okay, go ahead.
Verse 4. Esau's descendants in Edom may say.
Esau's descendants in Edom. So it's not just dealing with the man Esau, it's dealing with also his descendants. So it's dealing with the race of the Edomites. Okay, go ahead.
May say, we have been shattered,
yep,
but we will rebuild the ruins. But the Lord of heaven's armies replies, they may try to rebuild, but I will demolish them again.
And they have rebuilt after what? The Renaissance period. Okay, that's why you see all these buildings up. This is the building structure of the Edomites. Okay, they came back into power. That's why the structure of Washington, D.C., the parliament, is all built like ancient Rome. And what was ancient Rome built like? Ancient Edom. All right, the Petra. Okay, look it up. It's gonna be side by side. You can find it on Google. All right, because these are the Edomites coming back into power. Go ahead.
But the Lord of heaven's armies replies, they may try to rebuild, but I will demolish them again.
That's right.
Their country will be known as the land of wickedness.
Right, because those are the wicked. All right, there's a people known as the wicked. There's wicked people amongst all nations, but there's a particular race of people known as the wicked that the Lord has set up in power. Give me Job 9 and 24.
This is the book of Job, chapter 9 and 24. The earth is given into the hand of the wicked.
Give me that. Okay. Yeah, the earth is given into the hand of the wicked. You see these people? These are the rulers of the earth. The Rothschilds, the DuPonts, the Gettys. All right? These are some of the rulers of the earth.
Right.
Okay? And they're working nothing but wickedness. All right? They deal with a child sacrifice, all kind of wickedness. All right? Now, and they rob other countries. The reason why your country is a third world country is because these guys, the bankers. All right? Go ahead.
The earth is given into the hand of the wicked. He covered the faces of the judges thereof. It's not where and who is it.
Right, and the judges are speaking about our people who were ruling in Europe for 1,000 years, whatever. They covered the faces by iconoclasm, destroying the actual pictures and whitewashing. That's where you get the term whitewash. But anyways, go back. Go bring that up.
This is Psalm 74, Psalm 73 and 12. Behold,
These are the ungodly who prosper in the world.
These are the ungodly who prosper in the world. These are the banking families, man. All right, they really prosper in the earth, and that's why every other nation is really known as a second or third world country. Every other nation, except for the Edomite nations, nations that are part of what? The European Union and NATO. Okay, European Union and NATO, those are full of those what you would call first world countries.
That's right.
All right, because Esau done took every other country.
They increase in riches.
Yeah, they increase in riches. All right. Now hold on. Continue on that.
Yeah, continue on Malachi 1 and 4. Their country will be known as the land of wickedness.
Right.
And their people will be called the people with whom the Lord is forever angry.
The people whom the Lord is forever angry. Showing you it's speaking about a particular people. Okay? So now we just read that in Job 9 and 24, the earth or the world was given into the hands of the wicked.
Right.
Okay? So now you got to figure out who is the wicked and what is their name. It said that it said Edom, right? Now get me Isaiah 63. Get me Isaiah 63.
This
Okay,
is
verse 1.
Isaiah 63 and verse 1. And it reads, Who is this that cometh from Edom with dyed garments from Basra? This that is glorious in his apparel, traveling in the greatness of his strength.
Right, so the Lord, that's speaking of the Lord. He's going to come back, and when he comes back, he's coming for Esau, Edom. All right, he said he's coming to Edom. Go ahead.
I that speak in righteousness, mighty to save. Wherefore art thou wrapped in that apparel, and thy garments like him that treadeth in the wine fat.
Yep.
I have trodden the winepress alone, and of the people there was none with me.
Right.
I will tread them in my anger, and trample them in my fury.
And that's speaking about the Edomites. That's why he mentioned Esau, Edom. Now get Obadiah and read that. I'll finish that off. Finish that off real quick.
Come, and their blood shall be sprinkled upon my garments, and I will stain on my raiment. For the day of vengeance is in mine heart, and the year of my redeemed is come.
And the year of my redeem has come. So he's coming to redeem his elect and destroy the wicked and take his people out of captivity. Go ahead.
This is the book of Isaiah, chapter 34, verse 5. For my sword shall be bathed in heaven. Behold,
Now the sword, when it said it shall be bathed in heaven, the Bible is written in code, okay? And you have to be a spiritual person that the Lord has opened his mind to understand. The sword of the Lord is speaking about the nuclear missiles, okay? And that's going to be bathed in heaven, meaning it's going to go into the outer atmosphere and come back down on earth on the target. Go ahead.
for my sword shall be bathed in heaven. Behold, it shall come down upon Idumea.
Now Idumea is another way of saying the Edomites, or the Edom, all right? Idumea and Edom is interchangeable, okay? Go ahead, finish that off.
And upon the people of my curse to judgment.
So the Edomites are the people of the Lord's curse, man. All right. So now we found out who the Edomites are. You see what I'm saying to you? Esau had a particular characteristic. All right. Well, give me Genesis 25.
This is the book of Genesis, chapter 25, and verse 29. And Jacob saw pottage. Genesis 25 and verse 25. And the first came out red.
You there? Okay, never mind. Go ahead.
And verse 24. And when her days to be delivered were fulfilled, behold, there were twins in her womb. And the first came out red all over like a hairy garment.
The first came out red all over, meaning his skin color was red. That's what it is. It's not right. It's saying his skin color was red. All right. When you look at these Edomites, the so-called white people, right? They're the only nation, right, who does not have that melanin, right? So they're completely, basically they're see-through. All right. You can see the blood through their skin. That's why they have that red hue. All right. That's why. You wonder why they look like that? That's because the Lord has given them that as a mark, all right, of who the wicked is. Read that again.
And the first came out red all over like a hairy garment.
And there's a reason why they describe how Esau came out red. Because all the other nations had what? Brown skin.
Right.
They had brown. They were melanin. All right? Go ahead.
And they all over like a hairy garment. And they called his name Esau.
Right. And Esau is Aisha, which means wasted away is he. Go ahead.
This is Genesis 36 and 8. Thus dwelt Esau in Mount Seir. Esau is Edom.
Right? That's right. Esau's Edom. Okay, but no, but read after when it speaks about his brother came up.
This is Genesis 25 and 26.
And after that came his brother out.
Right.
And his hand took hold on Esau's heel.
Right.
And his name was called Jacob.
Right.
And Isaac was 70 years old when.
Why didn't it describe Jacob? Why did it say Esau was red, but then it didn't describe Jacob? Because Jacob looked normal. All right. Jacob had that brown skin. All right. That's what it means. So that's an identifier of who the Edomites are. Okay. That's one of the identifiers. All right. We went through another one showing you the earth was given into the hands of the wicked. All right. What you got, bro?
Genesis 4:15. And the Lord said unto him, therefore, whosoever slay Cain, vengeance shall be taken on him sevenfold. And the Lord set a mark upon Cain.
Right, and that's through the Spirit. That mark is the same mark he set upon Edom, all right, which was that pale flesh, all right, the lack of melanin, okay? But anyways, go ahead.
It's the book of 2nd Ezra, chapter 6, and verse 7. Then Azariah said, what shall be the parting asunder of the times? Or when shall be the end of the first and the beginning of it that followeth?
Right, so when is going to be the kingdom of heaven? Go ahead.
And he said unto me, from Abraham unto Isaac, when Jacob and Esau were born of him, Jacob's hand held first the heel of Esau. For Esau is the end of the world.
Esau is the end of the world. Now get me the statue. Get me the statue. All right, Esau is the end of the world. All right, so clearly we're at the end of the world. So clearly Esau is in rulership now. Because one of the blessings of Esau was to get the rulership of the entire earth. Right? The fatness of the earth, the dew of heaven. That's representative of him getting the entire planet in his rulership. There's only really two nations that was going to get the entire planet in rulership. It was us and the Edomites. The Israelites and the Edomites, man. All right, right now it's the Edomites' rulership. Read that again, Bill. Read that again. You see, when you break down prophecy, it's clear.
It's clear, eh?
All right, that's why they don't want to put us out on the TV, man. But they can't stop the truth, man. Go ahead.
Right. For Esau is the end of the world.
Right.
And Jacob is the beginning of it that follows.
So this is the end of the world. This is that rulership of the Edomites, okay, which were known as the red people. All right. Why were they red? Because they were translucent. The blood shows forth through their skin.
That's right.
Got people in down south, they call them what? Rednecks. Why are they rednecks? Because their neck turns red. It's not really rocket science. Okay? They're red.
That's right.
All right? You look at these Edomites. I'm looking at this guy right here. He's red.
That's right.
Go ahead.
This is the. You got it?
No, this is what you go. Who got Daniel's statue? Go ahead.
Daniel 2 and verse 40.
Holy Spirit was ready.
And the fourth kingdom shall be strong as iron, for as much as iron breaketh in pieces and subdueth all things, and as iron that breaketh.
Now the iron part of the statue is the Roman Empire. Everyone knows that. Scholars know that. Everyone knows that. And we know more than the scholars, by the way. All right? And that's why we check up to see if they're saying the right thing. Because the Spirit of the Lord ain't dealing with them. Right? The Spirit of the Lord is dealing with us. All right? Starting with our apostles and elders.
That's right.
Okay? So the iron part of the statue is the Roman Empire. Go ahead.
And as iron that breaketh all these, shall it break in pieces and bruise. And whereas thy sawest the feet and toes, part of potter's clay and part of iron, the kingdom shall be divided.
Now this is where we're at now. Okay, this is the revival. Get me that with a beast, deadly wound. All right, this is the revival of the Roman Empire. All right, see what I'm saying? The New Age Roman Empire. Okay, go ahead. If there's a relevant scripture, you can bring it out.
No, nothing.
Go ahead.
This is the book of Revelation, chapter 13, and verse 3. And I saw one of his heads as it were wounded to death, and his deadly wound was healed.
Now, one of those heads was what? The Roman Empire. You had 7 heads, right? You had the Franks, the Germania Major, Germania Minor. What was that? The Spanish, the Britain, the Romans, and the Greeks. So one of the heads was Rome. All right. So that was wounded unto death, but then it was healed, meaning we took them down. Going back to the time of Nerva, around 67 AD. Well, it's a little bit after that, actually. After that, like 100 AD. All right, we came into power, and that was the beginning of what they call the Dark Ages, or the Byzantine Empire. All right, where Israelites were ruling all throughout Europe. That's why you go throughout Europe, you have all those dark images, man.
Right,
you got all them so-called black images with afros, man.
Bring it out.
All right, why did they have afros on their head? It's because they were so-called black people ruling. All right. And then now you might see like little lines within the afros. That's these Edomites trying to distort the truth again. Okay? But anyways, go ahead.
And all the world wondered after the beast.
All right?
Back to Daniel 2 and verse 41.
So that's what it means when it speaks about the toes, partly strong, partly weak. That's the Roman Empire being revived. That's NATO and the EU today. All right? That's the revival of the Roman Empire. Part of them are weak and part of them are strong. Right? Like you have the pigs nations, which are all Edomite nations, but they're the weak part, right? Like the Portugal, Italy, Greece, right? Ireland, all right, and Spain, all right. Those are the weak parts of the European Union, right? Which is the clay part of the toes. Go ahead, keep going.
But there shall be in it of the strength of iron, for as much as thou sawest the iron mixed with the miry clay. And as the toes of the feet were part of iron and part of clay, so the kingdom shall be partly strong and partly broken. And whereas thou sawest iron mixed with miry clay, they shall mingle themselves with the seed of men, and they shall not cleave one to another, even as iron is not mixed with clay. And in the days of these kings shall the power of heaven set up a kingdom, which shall never
You got
be.
all these other nations within those Edomite nations. All the nations, they flocked it because Esau is the first world country. All right? So you got all kind of nations and different cultures. But Esau doesn't have a culture. He takes from other people's culture. All right? So you got all the nations amongst them. Right? So of course, some people, their mindset is not really about the nation because everyone's in the nation, so to speak. Go ahead.
And in the days of these kings shall the power of heaven set up a kingdom, which shall never be destroyed, and the kingdom shall not be left to other people.
That's Yahushai's kingdom. Man. That's the kingdom of Israel. All right, that's our kingdom. Okay, that's what that's going to be. The kingdom that's never going to be destroyed. Man. All right, go ahead.
But it shall break in pieces and consume all these kingdoms, and it shall stand forever.
Some good music. Go ahead. Read that again.
God, which shall not be left to other people, but it shall break in pieces and consume all these kingdoms, and shall stand forever.
That's it. So our kingdom is going to stand forever. All right? Under our Lord Yahushua, it's going to stand forever. Okay? Because guess what? The Spirit of the Heavenly Father is going to be amongst our people, man. And they're never going to be able to take us down. Give me that with the child shall play with the snake and lead the lion. Go ahead, bro.
Daniel 7 and verse 18. But the saints of the Most High shall take the kingdom,
right,
and possess the kingdom forever, even forever and ever.
And the saints are who? The Israelites. So you can't tie that to any other nation. Matter of fact, before we get that, give me Psalms 148.
Psalms 148 and verse 14. He exalted the horn of his people, the praise of all his saints, even of the children of Israel, a people near unto him. Praise ye the Lord.
So that's the saints. The Israelites are the saints. Okay? So you can't tie any other nation with that. Alright? This book is not all inclusive, man. The covenant is not all inclusive. Alright? The Lord made a covenant with one people, and that was the Israelites. Alright?
This is Isaiah chapter 11 and verse 6. The wolf also shall dwell with the lamb, and the leopard shall lie down with the kid, and the calf and the young lion and the fatling together, and a little child shall lead them.
See, that's going to be our children, right? The Israelite children. Edomite can't lead the lion. If the Edomite start to lead the lion's going to bite him, man. Going to kill him, man. All right? Because you eat them, but plus they're going to be super cursed, man. You're going to have bees just stinging them for no reason. They're going to be extremely cursed, man. All right? Go ahead, read that again. Read that last part.
And the calf and the young lion,
right,
and the fatling together, and a little child shall lead them.
That's a little Israelite child is going to lead them. Right? That's not every nation. All right? That's the sons that come from the seed of Israel. All right? And you have to come from the seed to be an Israelite. Right? Just because your mother's an Israelite, that doesn't make you an Israelite. Your father has to be an Israelite. All right? So all Israelite children are going to have that blessing. They're going to be like super children. Super children, we're going to have super men and super women, man. All right? The Spirit of the Lord is going to be with us, man. All right? Give me that. The Spirit of the Lord shall give me Revelation 21. Go ahead.
verse 7, the cow and the bear shall feed, their young ones shall lie down together,
Right.
and the lion shall eat straw like the ox, and the suckling child shall play on the hole of an asp, and the weaned child shall put his hand on the cockatrice's den.
Yeah. So we can just let our children roam free and play with animals, lions and around elephants as babies, and know that the Lord, nothing's going to happen to them. That's how deep the Spirit is going to be with our people. See, our people don't get the blessing that's coming to them, man. Right? But a lot of our people are going to have to die off right now. All right? Because they're not following after the Lord. They're following after their own ways. You know? Go ahead.
Verse 9, they shall not hurt nor destroy in all my holy mountain, but the earth shall be filled with the knowledge of the Lord as the waters cover the sea.
Woo! That's it. You got Revelation? Bring it up.
This is the book of Revelation, chapter 21, and verse 3. And I heard a great voice out of heaven saying, Behold, the tabernacle of Yahweh, where Yahweh Shai is with men, and he will dwell with them, and they shall be his people. And the Most High himself shall be with them and be their power.
That's right. So the Lord is going to be dwelling with us, man. So none of these Edomites and none of these other nations are going to be able to come up against us, man. And guess what? All of our people are going to be perfect. In Hebrews the 8th chapter, man. All right? So these Edomites, they can play games now. They can talk smack now. These other nations, all right? These women, all right? But guess what? That kingdom, yo, the men are going to be in rulership, by the way. All right? All right? But our women are going to be good, too. Our women are going to be good, too. All right? Because they're going to be taken care of, man. We're going to be on such a high level that our women ain't going to do nothing. All they're going to do is direct slaves, man. All right? Carried and shit like that. Okay, they're going to have maid servants, women carrying their hair. Their hair is going to be so long. You know the end-up's going to overdo it. All right? Hair is going to be so long. Going to be, you know, have servants carrying it. We're going to have these precious jewels on, sapphire, so on. See, Esau don't live right. You know, and they don't look right with jewelry on anyway, right? Right? But Esau doesn't do it right. You got these Edomites walking around, and they don't have nothing. You know, this just look like regular Edomites. You know? Gat. Louis Vuitton, whatever, man. It's all garbage, man. All right, but we're gonna have all of the clothing is gonna be. We're gonna know where it comes from. It's gonna be all one material. It's gonna be the purest material. All right, silk, linen. Go ahead, bro. Who's reading?
This is the book of Hebrews, chapter 8 and verse 6. But now hath he obtained a more excellent ministry, by how much also he is the mediator of a better covenant,
right,
which was established upon better promises.
That's it. That's it.
For if that first covenant had been faultless, then should no place have been sought for the second.
And what was the first covenant? When we came out of Egypt, the Lord gave us law, statutes, and commandments, man. The first covenant, which our people broke, man. And that's why the Lord put us into captivity in the first place, man. You see what I'm saying? But he's going to set up a new covenant. After Yahweh Shai died and was a sacrifice for us, it wasn't a sacrifice for the whole mankind. No, it wasn't a sacrifice for mankind. All right? Get me Matthew 1 and 21. All right? And get me Matthew 15 and 24 after that. All right? He wasn't a sacrifice for all mankind. He was a sacrifice for us, man. For the Israelites, man. The ones that fell away. Bring it up.
Isaiah 45 and verse 17.
And you're Latino, brother? Are you Latino? You are? You're Latino? What country are you from?
Brazil.
Brazil? You're an Israelite, brother. Okay? It's time for our people to wake up, man. You're an Israelite from the tribe of Asher. Okay? Asher means happy. You're a son of God, man. All right? All right? What? Say what?
I'm a believer.
You're a believer? Well, that's good. Well, you got to believe. That's good. That's your believer in the Bible. But you got to believe in the true power, the true way the Bible is supposed to be believed on. Okay? Meaning, you know how the Lord looks? It's described in the Bible. You know how the Lord looks? How does he look? Describe it. Describe it. It's described in Revelation. Go ahead. If you don't know, there's no shame in not knowing, because we didn't know it. What do you think it is? He's light? Light like white tan?
Yeah.
White, he's white like snow? Okay. Well, let's get Revelation 1. We're going to show you how that's incorrect. It is mentioned white like snow, but it's not speaking about his skin color. Go ahead.
This is the book of Revelation, chapter 1 and verse 13.
See, because a lot of our people, they got that whole Jesus Cristo said Blanco in their brain. Because the conquistadors have beat it into your brain. Go ahead.
Revelation 1 and 13. And in the midst of the 7 candlesticks, one like unto the Son of Man, clothed with the garment down to the foot, and girded about the paps with the golden girdle.
Yep.
His head and his hairs were white like wool.
So his hair was white. His hairs on his head were white like wool. Right? So they were white in color and woolly in texture. Now, let me ask you this. Is this guy's hair white? I'm just answering the question.
This is not Christ.
Okay. Let's say we take off all these things, right? Most people think that this is Christ, right? They think that this is the anointing, right? Right? So, am I wrong or am I right? Is this not in the church?
Yeah, but we know that.
People don't know that. I've been doing this for. Most people do think. I'm telling you, most people believe this is actually him. They see this. Oh, that's Jesus, right? They say, oh, why you have horns on Jesus? This is not Jesus. Okay, it doesn't look like this. All right. So now, let's look at this. This is Revelation describing the Lord. His hair is not white. Okay, his hair is long and it's brown. Okay, and it's not woolly. All right. Now, woolly. When you go into the dictionary, right? Certain old dictionaries, it says the hair texture, the coiled, curly type hair of Negroes. So hold on now. So that means that when you look at a sheep's wool, right? That looks like an afro. Okay, that's how the Lord's hair looks. Okay, now keep going.
It reads on, his head and his hairs were white like wool,
Yep.
as white as snow, and his eyes were as a flame of fire.
Right, because the scripture said his eyes would be red with wine. Right?
And his feet like unto fine brass. As
Now
if,
his feet. What color is brass? In the Spanish Bible, I believe it says bronze. What color is bronze?
It's not red.
It's what?
Red.
No, it's not. Bronze is not red. Well, you can say it has reddish undertones. You can say it has reddish undertones, but it's brown. Okay, it's brown. Okay, this is how bronze would look. When you get a bronze medal, this is how a bronze medal looks. All right? You see what I'm saying? Now, the devil switched it off around. He said, no, it's not this. This is cursed. Right? And then this is good. This is how it looks. Right? So now we're telling you the real way. Now, this is what brass looks like. It said his feet is this color. So if your feet is that color, what color is the rest of your body? The same color, right? This is where it speaks about his arms. Go ahead, keep reading.
it says, and his,
All right, man. So, hey, man, I'm just saying, man, it's a warning, bro. It's a warning. The Lord is coming back to judge, man. So he said, those that serve me in sincerity and in truth. So we're breaking down the lies and showing you the truth. So it's up to you to learn. Oh yeah. You're right about that, bro. You're right about that, bro. All right, Shalom.
and
Right
his
about
feet
that.
like unto fine brass, as if they burned in a furnace.
So he was a very dark-skinned man. All right. See how people a lot of them people don't like to hear that, man. All right. But guess what? All that stuff, that mindset that this world has right now, is going to be switched right side up. Because Esau done turned everything upside down, man. Right? How could a skin color that can't go in the sun, how could that be superior? You can't go in the sun. You got to wear damn sunscreen, man. You don't got to wear sunscreen because the Lord blessed us with melanin, man. All right? Why not? That's bad. But then you got Jake bleaching their skin, and then they get skin cancer, and they wonder why. All right? Give me what it speaks about the arms real quick.
This is the book of Daniel, chapter 10 and 6.
And you can see it made him uncomfortable. You can see it made him uncomfortable. Because to him, he's light. What does that mean? He was an Edomite. Maybe might have had a tan. See, Jake needs to get out of that. That's why, listen, man. If the spirit keeps getting on me, I'm going to start getting on the black tribes harder, man. All right? Go ahead.
His body also was like the beryl, and his face as the appearance of lightning.
Right.
And his eyes as lamps of fire, and his arms and his feet like in color to polished brass.
So he's a so-called black man. All right? The one you ignorantly call Jesus Christ is a so-called black man. All right? He doesn't look like Cesare Borgia or what's his name? David Borgia. All right? He's a so-called black man. All right? With white woolly hair. And he's coming back with anger. All right? To bring vengeance and to deliver his people, man. You see what I'm saying? Got something, bro? Huh? Huh? What you got, bro?
It says, and the voice of his words like the voice of a multitude.
All right, so we can get back to where we were at. If you got something real quick, bring it out.
This is the book of Isaiah, chapter 42 and verse 13.
Yeah.
The Lord shall go forth as a mighty man.
Right.
He shall stir up jealousy like a man of war.
The Lord is coming back with anger, great anger. You see what I'm saying? He's coming back to destroy the wicked and set up his people in power. Right? Now, who is the wicked? That's the big question. which we explained it before, the wicked are the Edomites. Okay?
Right.
Now, the Edomites are in power right now. All right? So the Lord is coming to take them down and set us up in power.
right.
All right? What you got?
He shall cry,
Yeah.
yea, roar, he shall prevail against his enemies.
That's right.
I have long time holding my peace. I have been still and refrained myself. Now will I cry like a travailing woman.
Yep.
I will destroy and devour at once.
Yeah, the Lord is coming to destroy the majority of these people, man. All right? And our people are included in that. Okay? Because he's only delivering the remnant, the chosen amongst our people, man. The rest of them, and you Israelites, you so-called Latino, yes, Cristo said Blanco, all right? You N-dubs, all right? Right? You so-called black people, you so-called Native American people that don't get with the program, you're going to be destroyed, man. All right? The Lord is only dealing with the chosen amongst our people, man. Okay? And the rest of these nations, they have no chance in hell anyway. The Lord is not dealing with them anyway. Okay? But at least you have a chance. If you're of the elect, you're going to make it. Okay? That's the bottom line. All right? What's that?
This is the book of Amos 9 and 10. All the sinners of my people shall die by the sword, which say the evil shall not overtake nor prevent us.
Jeremiah 5 and 25. All right? Right. Go ahead.
The evil shall not overtake nor prevent us.
Right, because a lot of them think that they're just going to continue on like this forever. No, the Lord is angry, man. And he's coming back to destroy. All right? And before he even comes back, he's going to bring destruction on this place. Before he even comes back, he's going to send famine and death upon this place on a high level. We're in the time of the black horse, man. After the black horse is what? It's the pale horse, man, which is death. All right? Hold on. Let's hold that. Get this.
Jeremiah chapter 6 and verse 25. For your iniquities have turned away these things, and your sins have withholden good things from you.
Right.
For among my people are found wicked men. They lay wait as he that setteth snares. They set a trap, they catch men.
Right, so amongst Israelites, right, the chosen people, there's wicked people amongst them, right? All right? And that's why we're constantly getting on our people about being wicked and things like that, man. Jake, you look at Jake, Jake is extremely wicked, right? Okay? Jake will sell out his own brother for the devil. All right? Jake will murder, rob, do whatever, man. Or fraud, scheme. See, and they've been doing that. Even before Esau came on the scene, Jake was doing that. All right? So guess what? Those ones are going to have to be purged up. And the elect, the chosen amongst our people, are going to be delivered. Okay? But the rest of them, they're going to have to die with the rest of these heathens, these other nations. Okay? Go ahead.
As a cage is full of birds, so are their houses full of deceit.
Right.
Therefore, they are become great and waxen rich.
Give me John 8 and 44 real quick. Right? Because the Lord called them, basically, he said, you're like the Romans. You're like these damn so-called white people. All right? That's what the Lord said to them, man. You're Uncle Tom and you love these so-called white. That's what the Lord said. Going back in the book of John, man. Read that. John
8 and verse 44.
Because it's well known, when you go to scholars know that Romans were Edomites. Okay? The Greeks were Edomites too. The Greeks, the Romans, those were all Edomite nations. Okay? And the ones that are ruling now, these are Edomites. Go ahead.
John 8 and verse 44. Ye are of your father the devil.
Right.
And the lust of your father will ye do.
He will do.
Ye will do. Salakia. He was a murderer from the beginning.
And he's speaking to the Israelites. He's saying, listen, you're of your father the devil. And then what did he go to? He went to Cain. He was a murderer from the beginning. Because the spirit of Cain came back into Esau, Edom. Right. Go ahead.
And he was a murderer from the beginning, and abode not in the truth, because there is no truth in him. When he speaketh a lie, he speaketh of his own. Yep. He is a liar and the father of it.
Right. See, so Esau, he's created the lie. It says that the wicked was estranged from the womb. All right? They go astray as soon as they be born speaking lies. So Esau can't help himself. All right? He does what he needs to do, man. You know, he does what he needs to do, and that's why vocab, he can't accept the truth. And even when he hears the truth, what does he do? He tries to overflood you with lies. He just keeps talking. The elder apostle Randolph said, he just keeps talking until he gets you to agree with him, even though he knows what you're saying is true. That's the characteristics of Amalek specifically, because Amalek is the biggest devil on the earth. Okay, go ahead, man.
This is the book of Proverbs 12 and 19. The lip of truth shall be established forever, but a lying tongue is but for a moment.
Right. Right. That's why these devils can't rule, because they rule with lies and deceit. All right? All right, go ahead. You got some? Yep, bring that up. Oh, you got some else first? Yeah. Got it? What you got? That's it? Mind talk, no? Okay, go ahead, bring that up first.
I'm gonna start at 1. This is Jeremiah 15 and verse 1. Then said the Lord unto me, though Moses and Samuel stood before me, yet my mind could not be towards this people. Cast them out of my sight and let them go forth. And it shall come to pass, if they say unto me, whither shall we go forth? Then thou shalt tell them, thus saith the Lord, such as are for death, to death, such as are for the sword, to the sword, and such as are for the famine, to the famine, and such as are for the captivity, to the captivity. And I will appoint over them 4 kinds, saith the Lord, the sword to slay, the dogs to tear, and the fowls of heaven, and the beasts of the earth to devour and to destroy.
Right. So when he said in Ezekiel 9 and 4, both I have no pity, Ezekiel 9 and 5, the angels is gonna destroy them in those different ways. Right. All right. Those different ways. You got all these different things. And the brother just sent me a video of a damn thing. The brother said it could have been a timber. I mean, that thing was huge. I don't even know if that was a wolf, man. That shit looked like a saber-toothed tiger. It was so big, man. All right. But it had a black coat. The dog was barking at him, and he was calling the dog to come back. The thing was like this, almost the size of that minivan, man. Right? That's how big this thing was, man. Like you know what I mean? Like it was huge, bro. And it was running, with speed. Like, come on, bro. You understand? So there's all kind of things, as the scripture says, creatures newly created. Bring it out.
This is Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 11, and verse 18. Or unknown wild beasts, full of rage, newly created, breathing out either a fiery vapor or filthy scents of scattered smoke, or shooting horrible sparkles out of their eyes.
Like, we didn't see nothing yet, man. All right? Imagine you see a creature got his eyes blowing up and then a laser comes out of his eyes. So we didn't see anything yet, man. Right? Or it smells so bad, it'll make you start dying. Your organs start to shut down. It's so terrible. Okay? So the Lord has all kind of things prepared, man. And also Esau, he's been doing his experiments, splicing seeds. He got a half wolf, half a frog running around. Because this man's a mad scientist. All right? So there's all kind of judgments prepared for these people that the Lord is just waiting for the right time to unleash. Go ahead.
This is Luke 21 and 26. Men's hearts failing them for fear, and for looking after those things which are coming on the earth. For the powers of heaven shall be shaken.
Right, they're going to start coming on the earth, and they might not come at once, right? They come in piecemeal, and then before you know it, you're surrounded by trouble, man. What?
Ecclesiasticus 39 and verse 28. There be spirits that are created for vengeance.
Right, that's right. And that's right. These angels, they put the spirit on these different creatures and people to commit murder, to kill people, whatever the case may be. All right. So these things happen. Like that guy. There was an account where the guy chopped off the head of his wife or whatever that neighborhood. Well, that was the spirit. The spirit was on him. The Most High put a particular spirit on him to do that. Okay. And there's more people like that walking around that are just waiting. They actually lust for blood, and they're just waiting to be unleashed. Okay. So when society breaks down and they say, oh, the police are not answering any calls right now, then that's when these people are going to be humbled, man. Right? They're going to be scared, right? These women, they're going to be scared. They're going to get humbled, all right? They're going to be looking for a man of the Lord to, oh, please help me, all right? And we're going to give them the proof, all right? Go ahead.
Which in their fury lay on sore strokes. In the time of destruction, they pour out their force and appease the wrath of him that made them.
That's it. That's it. Appease the wrath of it, because that appeases the Lord's wrath. What is this judgment that's about to happen in America? That's going to appease the Lord's wrath. It said he has a sacrifice in Basra. What's that for? That's to appease his wrath. That's right. Right. All the people getting burnt up from 300 million people is in that. That's the guy that's a little bit.
That's it.
Right. All right. See what I'm saying? I almost said Tawadi al-Bashimi al-Shah, but he ain't going to say that to himself. He's going to be like that. It is done. What you got, bro?
Leviticus 26 and 22. I will also send wild beasts among you, which shall rob you of your children, and destroy your cattle, and make you few in number, and your highways shall be desolate.
And there's many instances where the Lord did that. Like when those heathens came into the land and kings, right? He sent lions amongst them, right? All right, so it's easy for the Lord to just have animals migrate. Just put it. Well, hold on. In Brazil, they got all them crocodiles or alligators. I'm not sure if it was crocodiles or alligators that are all on the coast. There has to be thousands of them. You see? So they just migrated. I've never seen alligators migrate before, man. Okay? But you see, that's the Lord bringing that to pass, man, because He's preparing different judgments.
Right.
These are dominoes. See, these people don't see the domino effects, man. Before they know it, they're not going to have any food in the grocery store. Before they know it, man. You see what I'm saying? There's going to be martial law. You know? And everything that was a funny, because everything's a joke to these people. Everything is a TikTok moment. Everything's a pull out the camera. You know? You see what I'm saying? I remember there was one video where this guy pulled out the camera, he's doing a selfie. And you know what was behind him in the grass? A leopard. A leopard, man. Okay? And the next picture you seen of the dude was just his spine left, man. The rest of the body was gone, man. Alright? So that's the Lord setting that up, man. So you people think everything's a damn TikTok moment, man. Alright?
That's what's gonna happen when Esau brings the lockdowns, because those lockdowns, the animals gonna see, there's not people walking around, so they're gonna come migrate in the cities. You know what's gonna happen? People are gonna get ravaged by these beasts, especially these zoos. You know, you have the animals there, you know, kept up in a cage.
Oh yeah.
You know what's gonna happen when you think those cages are let loose?
Right. You might just put a spirit on somebody to open the cages, all right? Or you might just have an angel do it. We have an angel just come down, all right? You see, just for what? The purpose of judgment, man. Okay? But like you said, they migrate, I got you, brother. Like they said, they migrate right around, but the thing is this, also the fires too cause them to move out of their places. All right? And all them fires that's been happening, what's been happening to those animals? They've been migrating, man. Okay? So the Lord is preparing judgment on every side. Get me that Amos 5. Okay? What? Second. You got Amos? Bring it up.
This is the book of Amos, chapter 3 and verse 6. Shall a trumpet be blown in the city, and the people not be afraid? Shall there be evil in the city, and the Lord has not done it?
Right. You got these people, they think the Lord doesn't do the evil. The Lord controls both sides. He destroys, when I say evil, He destroys people. Okay? He kills people. He puts people to death. He brings earthquakes. All right? He puts the spirit on certain people to be serial killers. Okay? He does that. All right? Because He controls Satan and He controls the righteous angels on the right-hand side. See, they don't understand that. Okay? Go ahead. Hold on. Get Amos 5 first. This is the book. Read that, sister.
This is Psalm 78 and verse 49. He cast upon them the fierceness of His anger, wrath and indignation and trouble by sending evil angels among them.
Right. And what do the evil angels do? They program people to do certain things.
That's right.
Okay? They program people, they program animals. Remember, He's the Father of spirits.
Right.
So He controls both spirits on all sides, man. Right? You got these people say, I'm a Satanist, I worship Satan. They're so stupid. Satan works for the Heavenly Father. Okay? So you ain't doing nothing like that, like they're going around like they're getting the Heavenly Father mad. They ain't getting the Heavenly Father mad. Say the Heavenly Father is the one that controls Satan. Okay? Go ahead.
Real quick. This is the book of Job 23 and 9. On the left hand, where He does work, but I cannot behold Him. He hideth Himself on the right hand, that I cannot see Him.
On the left hand where He does work, man. That's it, man. Okay? Amos, yeah.
This is the book of Amos, chapter 5 and verse 18. Woe unto you that desire the day of the Lord. To what end is it for you? The day of the Lord is darkness and not light. As if a man did flee from a lion, and a bear met him. But went into the house and leaned his hand on the wall, and a serpent bit him.
Right, that's it. Okay, so it's not even there's no way to escape it. You know, everywhere you turn, there's going to be something coming to you, man. All right, so these people don't get it, man. These people don't understand. And the Lord is angry when the Lord is not on your side and He's angry with you. it is a fearful thing to fall into the hands of living power.
Sirach 43 and 29. The Lord is terrible and very great, and marvelous is his power.
Boy, bro.
Ezekiel 14 and 14. Though these three men, Noah, Daniel, and Job, were in it, they should deliver by their own souls, but their righteousness, said the Lord. If I cause noisome beasts to come through the land, and they spoil it, so that it be desolate, that no man may pass through because of the beasts. Verse 20. Though Noah, Daniel, and Job were in it, as I live, said the Lord power, they shall deliver neither son nor daughter, they shall but deliver their own souls by their righteousness. For thus said the Lord power, how much more when I send my four-sword judgment upon Jerusalem, the sword, the famine, and the noisome beast, and the pestilence, to cut off from it men and beasts.
You see, the Lord could just snap his finger and send all kind of angels to kill a bunch of people. But the Lord loves to do things in order. He loves to do everything decently in order, so it'll be a domino effect of things happen. You know, this happens and that leads to this and that. Right? When the Lord could just have it just lead like that, right? Like even with the Canaanites, right? He said that he's going to destroy them little by little as animals come into the city. He could have put a force field around the city where the animals don't come in, but he didn't do that. All right? You understand? So the Lord likes to do things in order, right? Okay, there's a little bit more, bro? Got something else? Go ahead.
2 Ezra 15 and 22. My right hand shall not spare the sinners, and my sword shall not cease over them that shed innocent blood upon the earth. The fire is gone forth from his wrath, and had consumed the foundation of the earth.
Yep.
And the sinners like the straw that is kindled.
Man. So what happens when a straw is kindled? It burns up. Okay? It burns up quick. Go ahead.
Woe to them that sin and keep not my commandments, said the Lord. I will not spare them. Go your way, ye children, from the power, defile not my sanctuary.
Wow.
Right, so woe to them that keep not the commandments of the Lord, man. Right? So you Jakes, you don't care about the commandments. When we tell you about the commandments, you act like you don't understand. You know? You read Jeremiah 10 to Jakes. Jeremiah 10. What does that sound like to you? I don't know. It sounds like the Lord is angry. It's very clear what it sounds like, man. Okay? You do it every year around December 24th, man. Alright? But Jacob act like they don't know. It must be a spiritual meaning. There's nothing spiritual about it. Okay? Go ahead.
This is the book of Jeremiah 6 and 10. To whom shall I speak and give warning, that they may hear? Behold, their ear is uncircumcised, and they cannot hearken. Behold, the word of the Lord is unto them a reproach. They have no delight in it.
That's it. It's a reproach to them, man. All right? Because it's like a mirror. You know, when we're speaking about it, we put it's like a mirror to them. Okay? Got something? Oh, Job 1? Okay, hold that. Go ahead.
Isaiah 10 and 4. And what will ye do in the day of visitation?
Right.
And in the desolation which shall come from far? To whom will ye flee for help? And where will ye leave your glory?
To whom will ye flee for help, man? See, when that time comes, they ain't going to have nowhere to run, man. Okay? They're not going to have anywhere to run to, man. Who can I run to? You know? You see what I'm saying? They're going to have to run to death, man.
That's right.
See, it says that your lover shall seek your life. And we can't wait, man. Like I said, man, when stuff starts to break down and things like that, I'm just going to be out in the open looking at these people's reactions, man. Okay? What are we going to do? You know? Okay? I'm going to be like, go pray to Buddha, go pray to Allah, go pray to somebody, man. All right? Because the power of the heavens and the earth, the power of God, Shem Yahweh, he's not going to help me, man. Okay? What?
Ezekiel chapter 7 and verse 5. Thus said the Lord power, and evil, and only evil, behold, is come. An end is come, the end is come, it watcheth for thee, behold, it is come.
Yeah, they're watching for you, man. Okay? So that's what they, woe to you that desire the day. Give me that, man. All right? That's what we'll bring it up.
This is Jeremiah 2 and verse 27. saying to a staff, thou art my father, and to a stone, thou hast brought me forth.
Right, like you Muslims, man. They're going by the Mecca stone, bowing down to the Mecca stone, man. All right, when did the Lord say bow down to a stone? That's a stone right there, man. Okay. I pray all these Latin tribes. They got all them idols, man. All them different so-called saints. They all look like Edomites. So-called, they pray to it. Where did the Lord tell you to do all that, man? Okay, that's idol worship right there, man. All right. Go ahead.
And to a stone.
He even said, don't make it. There was even a time when we were coming out of Egypt, he didn't want us to make any images of the chariot. He said, listen, don't make no images of the chariot unless they bow down and worship it. Right? Okay? We don't need to make no image of the Lord either, because why? We're worshiping him for real. We're worshiping him.
That's right.
We ain't worshiping the dead image of him. You know, the dead image of him, which would be on a piece of paper or something. That's worshiping what's on the paper. We're not worshiping what's on the paper. We're worshiping the living power.
That's right.
You see that? Can the image on the paper talk? Can it move? Can it do evil or good? No. So that's why he doesn't want us. So why would we do that? We're worshiping him directly, right? Right through his son Yahweh. Okay? Let's read. Go ahead.
And to a stone thou hast brought me forth.
Right.
For they have turned their back unto me and not their face. But in the time of their trouble, they will say, arise and save us.
Right, like that Jake, that Jake, well, he's starting to see the light, he took off the kufi, man. Remember the Jake, he's in the kufi, he don't wear the kufi, he's done with it. One time he was doing the whole thing, and he started listening, no picture of him in the bathroom or something, looking in the mirror. Bullshit, you know what I'm saying? Good.
Verse 28. But where are thy gods that thou hast made thee?
Right.
Let them arise, if they can save thee in the time of thy trouble.
That's right. Right. The gods, these living false idols, man. You see? If they can save you, let them arise.
That's right. That's right.
And just like we're going to tell the NW, we're going to tell them, let Esau arise.
Yeah.
Let Esau arise. Let the government arise.
Call the police.
Call the police. Okay? Appelle la police. They call it a Levite chick. Help me. Appelle la police. Yeah. No? Go ahead.
For according to the number of thy cities are thy gods of Judah.
Right. How do you say manger? Manger? No, in Creole. Manger. Yeah, you say eat bread or something like that in Creole. Manger pain. Okay. Is that really Creole or is that really French? It's like broken French. Yeah. Manger va manger pain. You go to your thing. Go ahead.
Isaiah chapter 2 and verse 20. In that day a man shall cast his idols of silver and his idols of gold which they made, each one for himself to worship.
That's it. Right? Each one for himself to worship. Okay? See, in the ancient world, man, that was heavy. That was a heavy thing with the idols, but now it's embedded into the society. Man. Got all these different name brands and things like this. And you got these people, it's like they're really fanatical about these name brands and these different things and these different products because of the witchcraft that's put on them. That's literally like an idol to these people, man. You got people that stay out all night. Nike comes up with a new stay out all night for that. Jake, but they won't camp out for the Feast of Tabernacles. You see that?
To the moles and to the bats, and to go into the cliffs of the rocks, and into the tops of the great rocks, for fear of the Lord, and for the glory of his majesty, when he arises to shake terribly the earth.
Right, and I heard the thunder yesterday. Was it yesterday or the day before I heard the thunder? I was like, man, these people are fearful of the power of the Lord. Just the thunder, just the way the thunder sometimes boom, feel it. Come on, man. Even the animals get nervous, man. So when the Lord really visits this place, man, the pride of these people, it ain't gonna be a joke no more, man. These people are gonna be crying, all right? They're pissing themselves, right? Literally, man. Okay? The Lord is getting ready to visit this place. Man. Explain to me how the thunder came about, man. All right? The Lord set up the thunder, man. The Lord set up the light. Okay? And you can't bring back the light. None of your technology can bring back the light. You got something real quick? Okay, let him jump on this real
This
quick.
is Job chapter 37 and verse 1. At this also my heart trembleth, and is moved out of his place. Hear attentively the noise of his voice, the sound that goeth out of his mouth. He directeth it under the whole heaven, and his lightning unto the ends of the earth. After it a voice roareth. He thundereth with the voice of his excellency.
So imagine the Lord speaking to something. Imagine the Lord move. That's just his thunder. That ain't even shit.
Just die.
You
Shut
would
that.
die. First of all, you can't listen.
You can't.
I mean, he could talk. He could come down in the chariot. His voice could come down and speak. But I mean, listen. If he wants to, man. First of all, your face is gonna be on the ground. Man. So I mean, that's what happened with Paul. You know, when you heard the voice of the Heavenly Father, it's Yahweh Shai. Yahweh Shai. The rest of the service, they heard thunder. Yeah, when they were scared. That's the point. No, remember, Yahweh Shai's voice is as big as water. Right? So, listen, he was on a boat speaking of people. Right? So the boat could have been all the way where the tree is at over there in the middle of the boat. They could have here. Why? Because the power, that powerful beat. Isn't he the spin image of the Heavenly Father? Yeah. So that's why his voice had to be. You think he's going to come down with a P. Herman, Edomite voice, man?
But Moses tried to let them talk to
right.
And they got scared.
Oh, yeah. They saw the quake, the mountain with the burnt. All right? So you understand? Oh, a little more? Okay.
After a voice roareth, he thundereth with the voice of his excellency. He will not stay them when his voice is heard. The Most High thundereth marvelously with his voice. Great things doeth he, which we cannot comprehend.
I don't care how rough and tough you are. When you hear that thunder, boy, you start thinking. You know? I shouldn't have done, I was unclean.
For sure. For sure.
You know what he said? You start thinking. You know what he said? I went to that restaurant and shit. Moab gets down. I don't know. You know what I'm trying to say? So this is the thoughts that come through the head, man. You know, of the righteous, you know. From time to time, you know, sometimes you'll stone tell you thunder following you down by Chanel shine. You know, but sometimes, you know, you might think about those things. It's powerful.
It's powerful.
Go ahead, Savant.
Isaiah 29 and 6. Thou shalt be visited of the Lord of hosts with thunders, and with earthquake, and with a great noise, with storms and tempests.
Oh, hold on, Salakia. That guy that was at the Boston camp one time, he was speaking and he was talking smack, and the Lord just boom, set the thunder. Even he jumped. You know, he wasn't talking too much crap after that, man. He wasn't talking too much crap. And don't be surprised if he didn't come back and rock them brothers' smoothies, man. He was got the chocolate. Extra kill. You know, that's a serious. Listen, man, when the Lord starts to get moving, man. Oh, in the day of thy power, that people shall be willing. They're gonna get to it. They're gonna hop to it. All right, they're gonna hop to it, bro. All right, because right now they can talk the smack. There ain't nothing really happening, man. But when that fire from heaven, and you know, if the Lord starts with spiritual powers, and you know, they start to know like the Lord is really dealing with these people. Right? That's why they're going to be holding on to the skirt of him that is a Jew, him that is an Israelite. They're not going to be holding on the skirt of the coats of them Amalekites, right? That's walking around with curls on it. Ain't nobody holding on their coats. Okay?
What? Exodus 20 and 18. And all the people saw the thundering and the lightnings and the noise of trumpets and the mountain smoking. And when the people saw it, they removed and stood afar off. And they said unto Moses, Speak thou with us, and we will hear. But let not the Most High speak with us, lest we die.
That's it, man. Right? So that was the Lord didn't even start speaking. He just basically cleared the throat, and all that stuff started happening. Okay?
That's right.
Started thundering, you know, and he said, don't touch the mountain unless you die anyway. That's what he told him. Don't touch it or you'll die. When you touch the mountain. Okay?
Wow.
So, come on, bro. And that's how stupid these Israelites are, man. And there was already a time when the chariot that was there, which Yahweh Shai was in that chariot, by the way, when that chariot was there, there was a particular time the Lord got mad and he just started destroying them, man. He started zapping them, man. Okay? You got some? I see the brother, he's cooking them. Anybody have anything on deck? Does not get me numbers dealing with smoke.
Wisdom of Solomon 12 and 8. Nevertheless, even those thou spared as men, and did send wasps for wonders of thy host,
Oh, the wasp. We see. Anyways, go ahead.
to destroy them by little and little.
Right, because the Lord could put the spirit on those wasps to just kill people. All right, those things you see flying around, but they're coming because it's spiritual. All right, because there's no reason, there's no flowers here. Right, it's spiritual. They come because it's spiritual. But the Lord could put the spirit on those to just kill people. Okay, and He's gonna put the spirit on these different insects and animals to do these things. Right? Okay, we're coming to the finale, man. Lord,
Not that thou wast unable to bring the ungodly under the hand of the righteous in battle, or to destroy them at once with cruel beasts,
Right.
or with one rough word,
right.
but executing thy judgment upon them by little and little,
Yes.
thou givest them a place
You
of
see, they don't
repentance.
see this place as crumbling little by little, right? There's more pestilence popping up little by little, all right? Because the Lord is destroying this place little by little, but it's going to accumulate into a whole huge judgment, man.
That's right.
All right? And they don't get it, man. Right? This, the food products, less and less is in the stores now. The prices are going up. All right? So when it gets to an exponential level now, these people are going to realize when it's too late. Okay? And there's really nothing they can do to stop it any damn way. Right? Because it's all the judgment of the Lord. But, see, that's how the Lord is operating with these people, man. Go ahead.
But not being ignorant that they were a naughty generation, and that their malice was bred in them, and that their cognition would never be changed, for it was a cursed seed from the beginning.
Right, and these people ain't going to change their mind. Their mind is made up. It said that their conscience was seared with a hot iron. Listen, we're not trying to wake up all these people, man. All these people talk, if they can't get it, okay, have a nice day, man. Have a nice day. All right? You see what I'm saying? That's the mindset. Because you got certain cats, they're trying to beat it into the person. If a person can't get it, it's because the Lord blinded them.
That's right.
All right? Either they're not an Israelite. If they're not an Israelite, they're not going to get it anyway. But if they're Israelite, they can't get it. It's because the Lord blinded them. He doesn't want them. Okay? So you let them go up the street, and the Lord is going to judge them eventually, man. Go ahead.
Yeah. Neither didst thou for fear of any man give them pardon for those things wherein they sin.
That's it. All right? That's something? Yeah, bring that up.
This is the book of Numbers, chapter 11 and 1. And when the people complained, it displeased the Lord. And the Lord heard it, and his anger was kindled. And the fire of the Lord burnt among them, and consumed them that were in the uttermost parts of the camp.
Right, so he was destroying the Israelites at that particular time. Okay, because why? They displeased them, right? Complaining, talking smack. Well, in this time, how much more? He's going to send these angels out there to destroy them, right? All right? The angels are set up to bring judgment, right? Okay? Do the will of the Heavenly Father, right? Right? And they all have their different purpose and order. Okay? Go ahead.
Exodus 23 and verse 20. Behold, I send an angel before thee to keep thee in the way, and to bring thee into the place which I have prepared. Beware of him and obey him.
Who's that angel? Yahweh Shai. That's right. Angel capital A. All right? That's Yahweh Shai angel. Go ahead.
Beware of him and obey his voice. Provoke him not, for he will not pardon your transgressions, for my name is in him.
That's it, man. All right? That's it. All right? So Yahweh Shai was, well, you know, even back then, he was the right hand of the Heavenly Father, man. Okay? He's going to save us with his right hand. He's going to save us with Yahweh Shai. Okay? You see what I'm saying? And when Yahweh Shai comes back, he's coming back with great fury, man. All right? Even now, he's angry. But like I said, the Lord is doing everything in order. Right? We want to move the hand of the Lord, but he said, wake him not till he please. Give me that. Okay? Give me that. Okay? Up to the said measure. Give me that too, man. All right? So there's only a particular time frame that the Lord has. Go ahead, brother.
Jeremiah 32 and 27. Behold, I am the Lord, the God of all flesh. Is there anything too hard for me?
That's it. anything to it. Right, because it's like you got a calendar, right? Okay, Tuesday I'm going to do this, Monday I'm going to do that, Thursday that's how the Lord has it set up, man. And there's nothing really you can do about it. Go ahead.
Second Ezra 4 and verse 37. By measure hath he measured the times, and by number hath he numbered the times. And he doth not move nor stir them until the said measure be fulfilled.
Right, the Lord is patient. He's super patient, long suffering. Now he can see us, you know, might, you know what I'm saying, I'm a fast, you know, but then, right, and then, you know, as soon as it hits, he's looking at the sun, looking at the time, and as soon as it hits, let's say the sun goes at 6:04, you'll shoot something in the garbage, you'll drink it, right? But the Lord is super long suffering, right? I'm talking about the Heavenly Father and His Son too. Because when Yahushua came, he fasted for 40 days. Let me see what he did do that. All right? Well, I don't want you to do that. Where's Messiah? I don't know, he's sick right now. Of course he's sick. You can't do that. All right? So ultimately, I'm showing you the discipline that the Heavenly Father has, man. And we are really supposed to try to aspire to have that discipline. Okay? Remember, Yahushua was teaching in the temple daily, never sin. Okay? The ministry was constantly doing the ministry. You know, just never sinning alone is just, you know what I mean? There's more than that, bro? That's what I was saying. Okay, go ahead.
This is Song of Solomon, Song of Songs, chapter 2, and verse 7. I charge you, O ye daughters of Jerusalem, by the roads and by the hens of the field, that ye stir not up, nor awake my love till he please.
Right, speaking about the Most High. Okay, speaking about the Most High, all right? So you can't move him to do what you want him to do in the time you want him to do. Even when you pray, sometimes brothers want it to happen right away. Well, the Lord is going to do it in his time.
Yeah, sometimes I feel like that.
Yeah, you want him to do it right away.
Yeah.
You know, but guess what? The Lord is going to do it in the perfect time, and guess what? It's going to be the perfect time that you need too.
Okay,
When you take a look back in retrospect, it might be 2 years later, might be a year later, might be months later, might be 10 years later. I don't know. You're gonna say, yo, that was beneficial.
Yeah.
I'm glad it was that way. You know, which one? I'm not saying we're gonna be in 10 years. I'm just giving an example.
Yeah, an example.
This is Ecclesiasticus 35 and verse 17. The prayer of the humble pierceth the clouds. Until it come nigh, he will not be comforted, and will not depart till the Most High shall behold to judge righteously and execute judgment.
Right, that's it. That's it, man. Okay? You might have a particular person, you might throw up a prayer on them, you know what I'm saying? Do something, okay? And it doesn't happen right away.
Sure.
It might take a minute. Or it might be by piecemeal, it might be little by little. You know? But the Lord is doing good. No one could do it better than him, right? No one could get those people better than him, right? Okay?
2 Peter chapter 3, verse 9.
That's right, brother. Say it louder, what you just said. Say it louder.
Avenge not yourselves, but rather give place unto wrath, you know, for vengeance of the Lord.
Right. Because when you avenge yourself, you could be guilty, man.
That's right.
Right. This is 2 Peter chapter 3 and verse
But we're coming into the time though where the Lord, you know what I'm saying, the Lord, the Spirit is going to be so heavy, right, that you might set up something and it'll happen that same second, which that happens sometimes.
Yeah,
And sometimes I'll throw up a prayer and it'll happen right there and then. You see what I'm saying to you? But you're coming to a time where it might just be like a light, listen, right? You know, you throw that up and bam, bam, bam. So, you know, some birds start attacking their ass, man, you know?
Like the guy the other day when he started doing,
Oh, right.
and he got arrested right on.
Right. So that's the Spirit of the Lord, man.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Go ahead.
This is 2 Peter chapter 3 and verse 9. The Lord is not slack concerning his promise, as some men count slackness, but is long suffering to usward, not willing that any should perish, but that all should come to repentance.
Right, because he's going to gather them all the elect. That's why the angel said, don't hurt the sea or the earth until all the elect is sealed. All right? You see what I'm saying? So it's not that the Lord is slack. The Lord got to make sure he gets all the elect. Okay? Right.
2 Maccabees 6 and 12. Now beseech those that read this book that they be not discouraged for all these calamities, but that they judge those punishments not to be for destruction, but for the chastening of our nation. For it is a token of his great goodness when wicked doers are not suffered any long time, but forthwith punished. For not as with other nations, whom the Lord patiently forbeareth to punish till they become to the fullness of their sins, so dealeth he with us, lest that being come to the height of sin, afterward he should take vengeance on us.
That's it. All right? So the other nations, they don't get judged the way we get judged. What you got, bro? Got something else?
This is the book of Zephaniah, chapter 3, and verse 8. Therefore wait ye upon me, said the Lord, until the day that I rise up to the prey. My determination is to gather the nations,
120.
that I may assemble the kingdoms, to pour upon them mine indignation, even all my fierce anger, for all the earth shall be devoured with the fire of my jealousy.
That's it. Right, that's it. Okay? You don't see, so read that again, please.
This is Zephaniah 3 and 8. Therefore wait ye upon me, said the Lord, until the day that I rise up to the prey.
Right, we're waiting for the Lord to rise up to the prey. We're waiting for the Lord to take down Esau, to break his feet. All right? Because it's not going to be us, man. All right? It's the Lord who's going to do it, man. All right? So he can get the glory.
That's
Notice
right.
in my right hand of the help me, man. You know? So he's going to get it. Okay? Go ahead.
For my determination is to gather the nations, that I may assemble the kingdoms, to pour upon them mine indignation, even all my fierce anger. For all the earth shall be devoured with the fire of my jealousy.
That's it. The fierce anger of the Lord, man. Right? And we represent that, man. See, sometimes you might get in the spirit, you start going in, right? Screaming and, you know, bringing it out on a high level. Well, that's the spirit of the Lord, man.
Right.
Because the Lord is angry. The Lord is not happy with these people, man. Okay? So when he brings that judgment, they can't say, I didn't know. You know, of course you do. The prophet's been out here, man.
That's right.
Okay? We're out here in every major city there's brothers doing this, man.
That's right.
Okay? Preaching preaching this gospel, man. Okay? You see what I'm saying? Warning the people, man. Okay? What you got, bro?
This is Romans chapter 10 and verse.
Go ahead.
16.
10 is the water. And verse 16. But they have not all obeyed the gospel. For Isaiah said, Lord, who had believed our report?
Right, whoever believes our report, the report of the prophets, man. But the prophets were always sent to our people to wake them up to make sure they know how to do the right thing, man. Okay? To turn to the Lord, man. Right? Matter of fact, give me Baruch. Right? Finish that off and give me Baruch. Right?
So then faith cometh by hearing, and hearing by the word of the Most High. But I say, have they not heard? Yes, verily, their sound went out into all the earth, and their words unto the ends of the world.
Right, they've all heard, man. They've all heard the words, man. 1 and 20. 20, sorry, 20. Huh? Go ahead, bro.
This is Matthew 24 and verse 14. And this gospel of the kingdom shall be preached in all the world for a witness unto all nations, and then shall the end come.
Right. So it had to be preached in all the ends of the earth, man. Okay? Yo, brother, how long was the French segment? It's like an hour, right? At least an hour, right?
Yeah.
Sure, right?
Yeah, 15. Yeah.
Hour and 15?
No, 50 minutes, 59 minutes.
15 hours? Okay, about an hour. Okay. Making sure. This is Go ahead. What you
This is
got?
Baruch chapter 1 and verse 20. So after 21. Nevertheless have they hearkened unto the voice of the Lord our power, according unto all the words of the prophets, whom he sent unto us.
That's it. According to all the words of the prophets, man. They didn't hearken to the words of the prophets. Because the prophets have always been sent in all these different kingdoms. He said that he sent them saviors. Okay, that's dealing with the prophets, man. All right? And those are going to be the ones that are going to be ruling with Yahweh Shai and the kingdom of heaven. The ones that were doing this work. That's the 144,000. Give me where it says, where it speaks about, I was set up over them. And it starts naming Hosea, so on and so forth. All right? So part of that.
This is the book of 2nd Esdras, chapter 1 and 30s, verse
39.
verse 38. And now, brother, behold with glory, and see the people that cometh from the east, unto whom I will give for leaders Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, Hosea, Amos, and Micah, Joel, Obadiah, and Jonah.
So these are all the prophets that he's going to give for leaders, man, over these people, man. They're going to come back, and we're all going to know who we were, you know, for the elect. Okay, you were this, you were him, you were this guy, or you were Baruch, you were that, you were that. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead.
Nahum and Habakkuk, Zephaniah, Haggai, Zechariah, and Malachi, which is called also an angel of the Lord.
See that? So the Lord is not here playing games, man. I mean, the Lord is going to set up the right people in order. Everyone else that's not in order, they're going to have to get taken out, man. All right?
That's right.
But see, those men they feared the Lord. That's why they did the work. You know, they went through some stuff, man. The ancient prophets went through some real stuff, and we're going to have to go through stuff too, man. Okay? We've been going through stuff, but it's been light.
Light stuff.
It's been light. Oh yeah, I ate, my stomach was hurting. Satan, brother, Satan. You know what I'm trying to say? Yeah, so it's light. It's light. You know, but you think about what Isaiah went through, what Jeremiah went through. You know what I'm trying to say? At some point, they went through some serious things, although the Lord was always with them. That's the thing. That's the key. The Lord was always with them. And my whole thing is, as long as I see these other people suffering, I'm like, it's okay. It makes it better. But they see they're evil. No, but it's just, okay? As long as I know, because I know we have some help. They don't have no help. Let's say if everything's shut off and all that. I can't wait till the whole money system is shut off. Because I know money is worth shit and it's not worth nothing for nobody at that particular point. You understand what I mean? So what are they going to do? They're not going to do anything. Except for crying, you know? Take those big clothes and eat it, try to eat it, cook it. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead.
Hebrews 12 and verse 4. Ye have not yet resisted unto blood, striving against sin.
Right, because we're coming to the point where they're going to try to put us to death, put certain people to death that are not with the NWO in their system. Okay? Accuse them. You know, so, see, they're this, they're that, they're a threat to the national security. Right? They don't believe in this and that. You know, that's what they're going to be doing. Propaganda, man. You know, Esau's a master of propaganda. This devil's a master of propaganda. All right? What you got, bro?
2 Corinthians 11 and verse 25. Thrice was I beaten with rods.
Yeah, because they're going to take those clothes and sit on the shit. So they ain't going to have nothing to eat. Right? You got all these clothes. You can whatever you think you can eat, bro. You got a couch, you can start slicing it up. Okay? That's what's getting ready. And then after, when they're done with all that, that's when they're going to resort to the lowest of the low, man. All right? Cooking your friend or some shit.
Yep.
All right? So these people, they keep this a game now. It's a joke now. But when that time comes, hey, remember there has been a prophet among you. Right?
Keep the same energy.
Yeah, keep that same energy, man. You tell that to you people, you tell that to you women. All right? All you people, keep that same energy, man. Go ahead, bro.
Thrice was I beaten with rods.
Yep.
Once I was stoned. Thrice,
Oh, man.
thrice I suffered shipwreck.
Right. Paul went through some things, boy. Right? He was shipwrecked, he was being stolen, he died like twice, I think. Okay? You see what I'm saying? Or no, actually once, not twice. Once when he was stoned. All right? So all these things he had to go through, bro, being a man of the Lord, man. You see what I'm saying? So guess what? We're going to have to go through similar things. You see what I'm saying? What?
A night and a day I have been in the deep, and journeying often in perils of water.
Which brother's been through things like, you know, similar things like this, you know? But the thing is that we're coming to the apex of these things. We're coming to the apex of these things, man. Where it's going to intensify now, where, you know, it's going to get real hot. You know, and then that whole resistant of the blood is going to be resistant of the blood at that particular point, man. So you're going to have to be like pilgrims, going to keep it moving. You know? See, but we're also in the time, we can't forget, we're in the time of the victory of the prophets as well. What?
In journeyings often, in perils of water, in perils of robbers, in perils by mine own countrymen, in perils by the heathen, in perils in the city, in perils in the wilderness, in perils in the sea, in perils among false brethren.
Right, because nothing, listen, when the Lord, you know, went on the cross around that time, right? Nothing was really happening, so to speak. You know? They were prophesying and preaching, but nothing was happening. Right, but then let's say when 70 AD came, followers of the Lord, they were good. They weren't caught up in that 70 AD. They weren't trapped in the jam thing, having to resort to cannibalism. You understand what I'm saying? So that's the thing. When things start to get bad, that's better for the men of the Lord. Okay, that's better for the men. That's when okay? That's why we want to see that this whole thing break down, man. Alright? You understand?
Verse 27, in weariness and painfulness, in watchings often, in hunger and in thirst,
Right.
in fastings often, in cold and nakedness.
That's it. But then you got to remember, like Elijah, right? Elijah was good. Family King Elijah was chilling by the water. And how much more sweet is the water when you know no one else has water? How much more sweet and good is the bread, right? When you know no one else has bread, right? The ricolé is it tastes way better, right? You know, the chicken, right? The turkey, it tastes a lot better when you know no one has it, man. Okay? And we're not going to be complaining. I'm not going to be complaining, oh, you got to eat vegetarian food because, you know, that's all that's left. But everyone else is starving. I'm going to complain.
Sardines. I'm going to eat the sardine nice.
No, cook it up. No, put some salt. Do what you got to do. Make a sandwich. Okay? Go ahead, bro.
James 1 and 2, my brethren, count it all joy when you fall into diverse temptations, knowing this, that the trying of your faith worketh patience.
This is 1 Corinthians 11, verse 22. But when we are judged, we are chastened of the Lord, that we should not be condemned with the world.
That's it. What you got, bro?
This is 2nd Ezra chapter 2 and verse 27. Be not weary, for when the day of trouble and heaviness cometh, others shall weep and be sorrowful, but thou shalt be merry and have abundance.
That's it. That's it. Go ahead.
This is 2 Timothy chapter 3 and verse 10.
Yep.
But thou hast fully known my doctrine,
Yep.
manner of life, purpose, faith, long-suffering, charity, patience,
Yep.
persecutions, afflictions, which came unto me at Antioch, at Iconium, at Lystra. What persecutions I endured, but out of them all the Lord delivered me.
That's it. The Lord's going to deliver us out of these different persecutions, man. You know, I believe that. Lord willing, I continue to the end. I believe that He's going to deliver me out of all these different persecutions, man. All right? And I believe you brothers continue too. He's going to deliver you out of these different persecutions, man. All right? So this is the time we're coming to, man. All right? So it's time to be strong. That's why I said be strong in the Lord, man. All right? You gotta have to have a serious, strong mind in that time. Okay? Because these people that are not, they don't have anything to lean back on, right? They're gonna be through. Money's not gonna save you. Okay? Money, family members, they're gonna turn on one another. Okay? That's how dire it's gonna get. Okay? Oh, now I got my sisters to leave. Your sister ain't gonna give a shit about you in that day, man. Okay? What?
This is the book of Isaiah chapter 33 and verse 6.
Yep.
And wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of thy times, and strength of salvation. The fear of the Lord is his treasure.
The men of the Lord, they're going to have that stability. You see, that's what men bring, first of all. They bring stability. True men. All right? So in that time, the men of the Lord are going to be stable.
Sure.
When all hell is breaking loose, man. When this whole shit is breaking down, man. Okay? So what are these hoes going to do? They're going to resort to try to come to the men of the Lord, man. Right? And we're going to be really, really picky, man, in that day, man. Yo, out of 20 of them, we might say, no, I don't want them. No, none of them are sufficient. Okay? And why we're not going to be thinking about just sex. No, we're not. Listen, bro.
No.
We don't need, you're going to be a liability, man. You're going to be like extra weight. You see, I can see myself popping there from time to time. New York, I see myself popping from time to time. You know? Good, bro.
Isaiah 32 verse 2, and a man shall be as a hiding place from the wind,
That's it.
and a covert from the tempest, as rivers of water in a dry place, as the shadow of a great rock in a weary land.
They're going to be thirsty, man. We ain't going to have to start talking about it. We ain't going to have to holler. Let me go. Crazy. Let me holler at them. No, you ain't going to have to do that, bro. Okay? They're going to come to us, man. They're going to come to us.
Especially the nigga woman.
Oh, no, she's going on. All of them are going to come. All of them are going to come.
I'm sorry.
But her, she in the spirit, she gonna know she's through. You know, she gonna come like, hi. Because you know she's been wicked. You know, brothers, hi. You got fired.
We're gonna throw away the blunt weed.
That's the spirit we're gonna be
Yeah,
in.
that's
man.
right.
That's the spirit we're gonna be in, man. All right. I know if I'm speaking for me, I'm speaking for my baby brothers be nicer. Baby brothers might be kinder, you know. Shalom. You know, Shabbat Shalom. Those good brothers, you know. The nicer brothers, you know. That's not gonna be me, man.
No.
All right. That's not gonna be most of the brothers. So most of the brothers all the time, no, they might do it on video, edifying video. They break down revelation, break down this, that, and they say these hoes gotta die. You know, all these brothers, man. So if the sentiment of the men of the Lord is that, what do you think the Lord got prepared for that, man? The Lord got some serious humbling for you coming, man. All right. So like, let's get the last scripture. Oh no, what do you got? Okay, go ahead. The way he jumped up.
Isaiah chapter 13, verse 12.
Good. Oh no. Surely. Go ahead.
Isaiah chapter 13 and verse 12. I will make a man more precious than fine gold.
No, maybe it says I make a woman more precious. What does it say?
I will make a man more precious than fine gold.
No, woman is the prize. I make a man more precious than fine gold. We're the prize, man. We're the ones that run shit. We're the ones the Lord is dealing with. We're the ones you gotta come to. Man. Okay? You gotta come see me, man. All right? Oh, there's more? What?
Even a man than the golden wedge of Ophir.
And the Ophir gold was way more expensive than other gold. The ancient gold. Because that was coming from the other side of the world. That's going to be more expensive. Every gold is not the same, by the way. Right? Which we don't know. All right? Because we're 10 carry, the other 10 carry. What the hell is that? If you look at that, if you go to India with 10 carry, what is it? Okay? Because to them gold is nothing. They're wearing that full pure gold. All right? But there's different kinds of gold. All right? That you know, gold has different benefits as well. All right? What you got, bro?
This is Micah 7, verse 10. And she that is my enemy shall see it, and shame shall cover it with Sept.
Right. There's going to be shame covering it. A lot of shame is going to go around. Now you're bashing me. There's going to be a lot of bashing going on. All right? Because we're going to be questioning you. All right? You know what I'm saying? Keep that same energy. Right? And that's why it can't come fast enough. Right? You see it coming, but it can't come fast enough. Go ahead.
And shame shall cover her which said unto me, where is the Lord thy power? Mine eyes shall behold her. Now shall she be trodden down as the mire of the streets.
Right. Well, aren't you the woman king? Aren't you the woman king? That's what I'll be asking, man. You know the look, giving the look. You know, the crazy look. Yeah, man. All right, we ain't just listen, man. There's gonna be a lot of humbling in that thing. All right. What? Right, man. If he don't, he don't. If there's certain ones to them that are accepted, that's because it's the Spirit of the Lord. That's because it's the Spirit of the Lord. You know? Because there's going to be certain systems that you might bump into that are decent. All right? But that's going to be far few and in between. How much of them is decent out there? Okay? But every now and then you might find one woman that might be decent and say the Lord said to choose one of those ones, and that's going to be through the Spirit. Okay? But the rest of them, oh, Lord, no. Yeah. You know? Go ahead, bro.
Ezekiel 9 and 10. And as for me also, my eyes shall not spare, neither will I have pity, but I will recompense their way upon their head.
Okay, right. The Lord's not going to have pity, man. All right? So this is a warning. Let this be a warning to you, man. Get it right. All right? Get it right, man. Get it right with the Lord. Let this be a warning to you, man. Because the Lord is not coming to play, man. You know when you hear that thunder, you get nervous, man.
Come to the camp.
All right? No, you don't have to come to the camp. You do what you know, listen, if the Spirit's on you to come, you come. If you don't, you don't. All right? But one thing is for sure, if you're a man, you should be serving the Lord one way or another.
That's right.
All right? Okay? And if certain brothers tell me, I'm a help. Okay, you're a help. Then where's the help at, man? Where's the help at? Now I'm a help in the Spirit. Boy, you got something? Yeah, this one else. Okay, so we're going to close up. What was that?
This is 2 Timothy chapter 4 and verse 17. Notwithstanding, the Lord stood with me and strengthened me, that by me the preaching might be fully known, and that all the Gentiles might hear, and I was delivered out of the mouth of the lion.
That's it, man. So the Lord's going to deliver the elect out of these different tribulations. That's why they're going to flock to the elect. Because ain't everyone else, what do you think the rest of these cats going to be? They'll be nervous, scared, fidgety, jumpy, right? Because they don't know what's next, man. Right? Anyways, with that, we're going to give all praises going on.
To Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushua, Ba'ashem, Rukakodash.
All right, double eyes to the apostle, elders, and great millstone salutations. Much love and respect to Rocky out there pushing this word out in truth and sincerity.
Right.
All right, Shemai,
Shemai,
Yasha Allah,
Yahweh,
Yahweh, Yahweh, Yahweh, Chud, Shemai, Yasha Allah, Yahweh, Yahweh, Chud, Shemai, Yasha Allah, Yahweh, Chud, Shalom, Abad Baba,
Yeah, and Abad Baba.
Shalom to you, Akim, on the comment board. Shalom. And you Akwath, and you sincere sister. Shalom. Okay.